since you brought up Canelo, let's talk about that since we're here. What do you make of that? You know, the title of the show is like, what's Canelo doing? His situation got postponed to December, basically, his fight. Not really for the knee surgery, which I thought that was going to be the excuse. It was, hey, we just want the time to promote a fight. And that makes a lot of people think that they're going to wait for Kovalev Yarde, which is in August, and then fight Kovalev in December. That's, I think, the mainstream thinking right now in the boxing community is that sort of the game plan by Canelo. Rob, do you agree with that game plan? Like, do you think that's going to happen?
I think it'll pan out. I think Cafe Duvas said the fact that the Yarde fight will be out of the way and step aside money and all that kind of thing won't need to be factored into the deal. They should get it done, and obviously they want to revisit it. And it does seem that's the fight Canelo really wants. Because I remember at one point we'd done a report and Eddie Hearn and Eric Gomez both confirmed it, but Golden Boy reached out and asked about the availability of Andrade, and they said, yep, he's good to go. We'll take that fight. But, you know, he's obviously not fighting that one. There's Derevchenko, the mandatory, obviously was going to be called. But apparently the purse bid was it Thursday? Mm-hmm. So we'll probably hear something after the deadline of the purse bid as far as the IBF saying, you know, you stripped or not. Who knows? But I'm sure they will, because obviously there's a potential Triple G fight with Derevchenko in the pipeline, which would then, because now it seems to be a lot of the boxing guys are saying Kovalev in December, Triple G in May.
And they're also saying Triple G versus Munguia in September, which I wasn't expecting.
Or now Derevchenko is obviously going to be possibly, once the IBF make a ruling, I guess they'll say purse bids for Triple G Derevchenko. Because I think Derevchenko, is it Greg Cohen, has said, so, you know, we're sad that Canelo's walked, you know, doesn't want to know, but we take the next possible available guy, which is Triple G. Hopefully he wants to do that fight, but if he doesn't, we'll just keep going down the list.
Who's next on the list? Let's do.
Let me get the IBF rankings.
Because imagine we get Derevchenko versus God. Who could it be?
You keep saying God. I keep thinking you actually mean that.
Oh, like Derevchenko versus like Jesus Christ himself.
Martin.
Oh, yeah. There we go, Rob. You know what's funny is that like I still haven't seen that fight. I haven't seen the Charles Martin fight, and it's
on PBC's
FS1 channel. It's on YouTube or is it on FS1?
On YouTube, I think. I think it's available now. Yeah, Derevchenko is the number one. Number two is Vacant. 3 is Golovkin. 4, 19-0. It's SZ, so start me off. Meta. Sorry.
Oh,
and then Jacobs. What up?
We're going to get Derevchenko versus Zarameta for the IBF belt, aren't we?
No, I don't know. I think Golovkin might take it because then it makes Canelo.
I think Triple G has no interest in bowing down to Canelo. And I'll be honest, I think he really doesn't have much interest in fighting a really tough opponent before a Canelo fight. And Munguia is a much...
Is Derevchenko a really tough opponent?
He is tougher than Munguia, who's being talked about with him.
Well, he's an actual middleweight, I guess.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. And let's be honest, like Derevchenko does have some better wins than Munguia. Like he does. Like at least he's looked better in his wins. I should put it that way. And he's lost to Daniel Jacobs, who is a legit top guy who could actually beat Triple G in 2019. Digressing, I think Munguia just makes sense from Triple G's side because you save that September date, you fight a Mexican fighter, so it sort of fulfills this Mexican Independence Day weekend. Triple G does the Vanas Motorosan thing again like he did in Cinco de Mayo last year. And he gets an easy win against a junior middleweight who's really not that good and overhyped.
Mm.
You know, I think that's what Triple G wants, to be honest. If that's an option on the table, I think that's the option he's going to take.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just suddenly out of nowhere, this announcement of he's not fighting. And it was like, well, I know we kind of speculated that maybe he'll take the surgery and come back later in the year, but it just appears that they couldn't lock down an opponent in time and have enough time to promote the fight.
I predicted it.
We can't say that. Only if he has the surgery.
But hey, even if he doesn't have the surgery, I'm basically right. I'm like 85% right. You have to give me that. I get a B. I get a B on the test.
C+. But yeah, no, it's shows what a star he is, because the boxing Twitter is pretty lively with this news. And it's about him not fighting. You know, it's not even about a fight that's been made. So it is pretty crazy. But
you think we get Canelo Kovalev in December?
Yeah. I think that happens. I think we still get it.
Yeah, I think they wait for, obviously, the Yarde fight, and so therefore don't have to pay Yarde, step aside money. I think even Kathy Duva told either, was it Jake Donovan or Keith Idek? I think it was Keith Idek.
I think Keith, yeah.
Yeah, that basically something to that effect of it will make the fight easier to make, the Kovalev-Canelo fight being, without the Yarde step aside money having to be paid through the negotiation process.
Yeah, I said that in our little, when you first asked me about it.
No, it made sense when you said it. Absolutely.
All right, okay.
That's why I always said Kovalev Yarde is going to happen. I've always been of that mind. You know that.
Yeah. I mean,
remember my prediction? I said we're going to get Kovalev Yarde, and then Canelo Munguia in December, and Triple G versus Andrade or somebody else in September. Now, that's not 100% happening, but it's pretty close.
Good enough.
Good enough for Matt predictions.
In your mind, Canelo not fighting or Canelo fighting Andrade, it's the same thing, because you don't want to watch Andrade anyway.
Look, I don't want to watch Andrade fight, but I do want to watch Andrade fight top level guys.
Yeah.
Because I want to see him lose. Moving on.
The hate is real.
Andrade, I love you, man. You're just really boring to watch. Please. To step up the tempo a little bit. Don't play with your food. Like, you're that good.
Does Yarde upset the whole fucking proceedings?
What if? What if?
Imagine. Canelo Yarde.
I've been thinking about it, man. That's
Yarde is like
look, if Yarde beats Kovalev, we're not getting Canelo Yarde. Stop. That's not happening.
But he's like a plus 250, like a 2.5 to 1. Underdog. I thought it'd be wider than that, just purely off experience and, you know, level of competition and things like that. But he's like the bookies really think the Crusher is fucking shot.
I think that the only way Yarde can win is if he lands a shot, hurts Kovalev, and somehow capitalizes on that moment, and has enough time within that round to capitalize on it. Because I think Kovalev's jab is going to just determine this fight, to be honest. But I do like living in that world, in that universe where Yarde upsets the apple cart and is now a champion at 175. And think about it. Think about all the young champions we have. Vajdic, Yarde, Bivol, Beterbiev. That's a pretty nice young light heavyweight division. Is that happening? No, I think Kovalev's going to stick around for a little bit longer and beat up some of these young guys. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not the biggest Kovalev fan, but I think he found his groove against Buddy McGirt.
Sorry, this is someone replied to. I made Deontay Wilder look old in the quote marks, but I want to unify. And someone's replied underneath 150-0 in 2050. Just imagine his record at that point. I want to unify.